are listening to the KRCA podcast brought to you by speedcube.co.nz.
Alright, hello everybody. Welcome to episode 10 of the KRCA podcast. I'm your host, now introducing the podcast, Dwayne Ramos, also known as, yeah.
I'm Liam Modick.
I'm Isaac Ladder.
Before we continue with the podcast, I'd like to introduce our pure mind loving guest, reading that word for word.
Hi.
Okay. Well, thank you for joining the podcast.
So Anto was in episode 2 of the podcast at the very start, when Dwayne wasn't actually a host, I believe. So quite a long time ago. Alright, so I guess we'll go on to the comment segment. We got a few from Mantra Shukla, and the first one is, what is your dream comp?
Okay. Well, I think I've told you guys this before, but you guys know Isaac Ladder, right? He's a Pyramix NR holder.
Yeah.
For 3x3. You guys know him? Okay, so what if we have a comp? Okay, in his kitchen. Okay. We'll have the stack mat displays in the oven, get it all cooking. So in like 80 minutes when lunch starts, it's all hot enough to eat, maybe. And then, we're gonna have people sit on the stove. We're not actually gonna turn it on because we're not inhumane. And then we're gonna have the stalling station at the sink. So if you get a +2, just put it under the what do you call it? Sinkhole, whatever.
The sinkhole.
We're gonna have the waiting area in Isaac's basement. That's where Liam slept when he was competing at Otago October.
Yeah. That's where I keep all the other dead bodies as well.
Whoa.
Oh. Can we bleep that? Censor that?
Jeez, that's dark.
Isaac just turned the rating.
That is dark, Isaac.
I've been around Mark all weekend.
True.
I mean, anyways, my dream comp would be Worlds, and I'm pretty glad to have actually gone to Worlds, because that was by far and away my best comp I've ever been to, which is super nice.
Not for OH.
Damn.
He's muted now.
Not for Isaac.
Not for Isaac.
It's on the Cubing USA Twitch. It's like 5th most popular clip.
How many views is it?
We get it. You're famous.
Yeah, I think. I know. I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah.
I'll find it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what my dream comp would be, but yeah, Worlds was such a good comp. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I want to go to Worlds 2021 now.
Isaac, can we still have the comp in your kitchen?
Yeah, sure.
Worlds in Isaac's basement and kitchen.
No, you just copied my idea. That's not funny.
Well, yeah, but it's like your idea, but I upgraded it.
No,
you didn't upgrade it. You just made it worse.
Yeah.
Worlds is by far the worst comp event of the year.
Yeah.
You want to know the best comp of 2020? Nelson Autumn.
Wait, there's a comp?
No.
It was supposed to be a comp.
Exactly. It's a comp that never existed. That's why it's the best comp.
What if they do it again, but they still call it Nelson Autumn, even though it's in, winter or something?
They just hold it in autumn
It's
next
time
year.
travel. You don't need to drive to Nelson, you just go to a time machine.
Okay, so another one from Mantra is, what is the best 5x5 on the market?
Can we get Ben on the call?
Oh yeah, so we were gonna get Ben, but we did a whole episode on the podcast, and someone didn't record. I won't say who.
Anyways, I've heard many good things about the MGC 5x5 and the Ultron WRM. So both of them are really good, according to other people. I don't actually have much experience with 5x5 because I only do one event, but that's what I've heard.
You recorded average of 5s with Hoya.
Yeah, because Hoya's super fun.
Yeah, so you have experience with 5x5.
I basically don't. It's not an average.
Bruh.
Yeah, so I haven't really tried many good 5x5s. I haven't tried the Volk either, which I really want to, but I'd say the Alstrong's the best one that I've tried. I bought a Wustrong ages ago, but it was apparently an Alstrong.
What a scam.
I mean, it's better than Armstrong's considered better and more expensive.
He's got like one of those bot emails that are like, we have $1 million. We have a no wait, what did you get? A Wushong? We have a Wushong.
No, I got
you need
an
to send us you need to send us $50 and we'll send you a Wushong. And then and instead of like losing all your life savings, you just get an Ouchong.
I see. That's exactly what happened. How did you know?
Exactly. You didn't like buy it off from Oliver or something.
Are you the time traveler here?
Yeah, I was there when it happened.
Wow. Okay, so another one from Metro is, what event is the most likely to get OCR on over the next upcoming competitions?
Anto's getting Asian record.
I won't.
Average.
He's getting OCR for one.
Yeah.
Exactly.
9.73, I think.
He's gonna move to Tasmania with Jody.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
Can you live with Jody, Anto?
maybe. You never know.
Fantasy dream couple.
What is your dream couple?
What's gonna be your ship name? Antody. Antody Cam.
Anyways, probably Skew. Or Clock.
Wait. I need to change my nickname over to the
No.
real dumb Discord. Wait.
Yeah, so for OCR, I'm not sure, because there's a lot of better clock people now. Like, Darby could break it again, I'm kind of getting there, and there are some other good, like, Australian keepers at clock that are, like, getting sub-7s and stuff, so clock's up there. Scube and Pyraminx because of, Isaac,
Connor's gonna break
Dwayne,
it.
and Jasper all for those.
Probably Para, because Jasper's like sweating now.
Oh yeah, he's really good at Pyraminx now.
What do you
Yeah.
mean now? He was always good.
Yeah, but he's way better. I said he's way better now. Like he's way better than
Oh.
he even was. Like he was already really good, but he's way better than that now.
He's probably gonna break like universal record.
Isn't he averaging like 2.2 or something now, rather than 2.4?
I don't know.
Something like that.
Leaked information. Probably. He probably averages
Yeah.
like 0.7. Sub world record single. We never know.
I think that's something
Jasper.
PB. Actually, no, he has a 0.7, I think, anyway.
No, he's just hiding his PB singles. Probably like negative. It's in the negatives now. He like solves it before he even touches the timer.
Yeah, I'd say Pyraminx or Skewed for that. Because there are a lot of good people at those. Mainly Jasper for Pyraminx, since he averages a lot faster now than OCR average.
And Dill's surely gonna break it.
Yeah, until it's gonna break Pyraminx average.
Yeah,
OCR.
because it's my main event. I love Pyra.
He's the underdog in this scenario.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm stealing your job now. I'm the new Liam. What's up, everybody? My name's Liam Waddick. I average sub 4 in clock, except by DNF every solve. Alright, our last question from Manta Shukla. Liam, you can take this over.
What is the hardest national record to beat? So I'm assuming this is for New Zealand anyway.
Yeah. I will talk about it for Hong Kong later, but you guys can start first.
Okay. 2x2 single, because it's a really hard event to get good at.
and complete luck if you are actually good. Like you need to be somewhat good at 2x2 to get sub 1 single.
And you need to not choke.
Sub 0.64 single. You need to handle nerves so you don't choke, like Ento said. And you need complete luck.
Yeah,
so basically going
quite
to a lot
hard.
of comps or enough comps to get a good single or a good scramble.
Yeah.
Well, James has a sub 1 single.
And it
He's
doesn't
like
even
world
do 2x2.
class now.
He doesn't have a 2x2 anymore.
He's always world class now.
What else is there that's like kind of difficult?
I mean, is this for anyone to beat? Or is it like... Because you could say Big Blind, but like only Tom could really beat that. But is it considered the hardest if someone can beat it or a lot of people can't? Because 2x2 single, like even the good 2x2 people can't do that as easily as Tom can break Big Blind.
Well, yeah. Then it's probably 2x2 single then.
Yeah, I'd say 2x2 single.
For Hong Kong, by far and away, it's clock single. It's very hard.
Oh yeah. Because it's world record, yeah.
And then clock average is also quite difficult. It's like 4th in the world. And then,
Yeah, it's like 5.2.
yeah, 5.02 I think. And then,
Yeah.
5.04.
Oh, close enough.
Oh wait, 5.04.
and then you have stuff like a 4x4 and 7x7, which is like kind of hard. Where you have like, I think, 26.00 for 4x4 average. And then like some 49 5x5 average. And then 6x6 and 7x7 are also quite difficult as well. They're like 130 something and then
Oh wow.
2-0 something. So those are also very hard.
Yeah, those are. Jeez.
What about free blind mean?
3 blind means like a 44. It's probably easy, but no one in Hong Kong is good enough, except for Victor, to kind of break that. So, yeah. But it is quite an easy one compared to like other countries.
Fair enough.
But yeah, clock. Definitely clock.
That's the easiest for New Zealand as well. Or average anyway.
Clock. Imagine doing clock.
It's because no one practices it. I don't know why it wasn't broken at Auckland when me and Luke averaged like 8 or less or so, like 7 or 8.
Imagine.
Question from Liam O'Neill. What is your favourite PLL algorithm?
GC.
Imagine knowing PLL.
GC's by like a wide margin, because the one-handed AUG is so fun. At least the one I use.
JB.
Yeah, JB is my favourite too, honestly. It's just fun doing it fast. It's like during
It's a very easy one, but it's not that fun.
When you cancel into it, it's so fun.
Yeah.
Actually, no. I changed my answer.
No, I was gonna change my answer too. I was gonna do EPIM.
It's GA. It's GA.
I hate all GPIMs.
Final answer.
I use bad OGs, but
Liam, you don't know full OL.
Yeah. You should learn full OL.
you don't know full PLL, I think. Wait, do you?
Yeah, but I use an entirely different
I
method.
use an entirely different method and know both full PLL and OLL. What are you doing, Liam?
That's just sad.
Yeah, you lost against Anto and Steve yesterday in the online comp.
I mean, yeah, you still have to like practice a fair bit to average 12 or 13 on
No,
C4.
I don't. I don't practice C-FOP at all. Everything is carried over from Rue.
Wow.
And Liam, you C-FOP's your main message. And you still are.
But yeah, GC.
My
so fun.
Yeah, my favorite.
We should just have a bullying Liam segment.
Alright, I'm creating one right now.
No.
I'm creating one right now, and then it's gonna be called Liam Y.
Liam Y. My name.
Okay, we're gonna-
type it.
We're gonna have this after debate.
Okay, so yeah, my favorite parallel algorithm would probably be EPIM. It's just fun to execute.
The one-handed EPRM that
It's
I know
like-
is also very fun. So I like it, but it's not as fun as GC.
Wait, so you know one-handed parallels, but you still use Rue?
Yeah.
Why?
Because why not? I was bored one day, so I learned a few one-handed PLLs.
Right, you learn OGs when you're bored.
Sometimes.
when I'm motivated, I still can't.
You can't even learn like one of the easiest 2x2 games for CLR.
No.
How long was the stream, Liam? How long was the stream? Your
Wait, what?
2x2 stream. Yeah,
Like
the
1 hour.
2x2 stream. 1 hour. How many hours did you learn? Like 3?
One.
One?
Why? Why?
How do you just learn one AUG in an hour?
1 hour for
I
1
learned
hour.
like the remainder of OOL when one day in 30
James
minutes.
learned like TOL Figure in like 3 days.
Yeah.
Just learn 1 set in 45 seconds.
Yeah, that's not hard at all. That's quite reasonable.
Okay.
1 hour.
1 hour for 1 hour. What are you doing?
No, I think I spent like half of it. I think I spent like half of it on the OG, and I just gave up and started solving for the other half or so.
Oh my
That's still
gosh.
bad.
1
Still so
hour.
How do you not learn an AUG in 30 minutes? Like,
No, I did learn it. And I was can't be bothered learning
What
it
L
anymore.
was it, Liam?
I don't remember. I just remember learning.
I think it was
like,
one of the U cases, if I remember
Was it
correctly.
on 3x3
The U
or
cases are
2x3?
really easy.
Yeah, the U cases for COO are quite easy to remember. You can either do like a soon and then sexy sledge combo, or you can do like another RUF, which is actually so easy to remember anyways.
Can we leave the bullying lead segment until later, please? It's not the time yet.
Every segment is a bullying Liam.
No. Wait, what for bullying the Liam in the comments are reading out? Another question from Liam O'Neill. Who is your favorite American Cuba?
Liam O'Neill.
Not Liam.
Also, this is
Waddick.
this guy's Liam Waddick American version on the Discord.
I kinda
Does
get it.
American
Yes.
Cuber mean has a American nationality on their WCA ID, or they live in America?
I'd assume nationality on the.
Kevin Tagtatharcool. Okay.
Wait, what?
Just flawlessly says his name.
I think that's how you say his name.
Goddamn.
I don't actually know. Cabin Tank Tatharikul.
I don't know who it is.
Sounds like
He's
an
like a
anime
really fast
protagonist.
resolver
Yeah.
for two-handed.
He's a very, very good rule solver.
What he said. Wait, hold on. Let me think about this. This is gonna
This
be
is
quite hard.
bias.
It's a relatively hard question to answer.
Yeah,
That's
kind of
because
is.
I don't know many people from America.
Jasper just said in the Discord that, "Lo, I'm guessing I'm too late.
No, he can join now. It doesn't
Join.
matter.
Join us for the bullying."
I'm gonna say Carter because I don't know. He has good elks for his cube. Don't talk into okay.
Carter's cool.
Yeah, I don't really know. I met Daniel Carmack at Worlds and he was really cool. I met quite a few people at Worlds actually. Yeah, he was just really friendly.
I met someone who's very close to me at Worlds. His name's Depression.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
You met your fate at Worlds.
I couldn't sleep like the whole night. But
Oh.
yeah,
Yeah, I
From
couldn't
the
see why.
cube single.
yeah.
I mean, it's better knowing you wouldn't have got a world record because that would be
But no, what I was thinking about, what if I got it and then that put off the other guy, Andrew Huang,
Andrew Huang.
and he choked.
Anta, can you frame count Isaac's world record?
send it
kill
to
and see
me.
If we would have beaten it.
Send it to me and I'll do
What's
it.
the what?
Sure, it's the 5th most popular clip on the WCA.
We know. Stop flexing.
I know. At least I did something.
Hey, this isn't a bullying Isaac segment. This is a Liam segment.
Let's leave my bullying segment to Woden. Next podcast we can have the bullying Isaac segment.
No, it's just gonna be you, Liam.
every episode just 20 minutes.
We'll just make a
bullying.
separate podcast for bullying Liam.
Just 1 hour of bullying Liam.
Oh, so 1 hour of bullying Liam. Okay.
Okay, so we have another question from Anti-Cuba. Tips for getting fluent sub 20. I'm assuming on 3x3.
Learn 2x2.
It's really like kind of easy. You just have to at least like get used to your solutions and then do solves and also learn stuff and make sure your stuff, the solutions that you do aren't that inefficient. Then it's like gonna be very easy to get sub 20.
Yeah, at that stage, just do a bunch of solves. You're not like you don't need to learn like a bunch of advanced stuff yet until you get to like sub 15.
Yeah, don't learn the advanced stuff, but then make sure your basic solutions aren't garbage. So, because those bad habits will stick quite easily.
I can relate. Learn OLL and PLL and don't do what I do.
Yeah, I still have really bad habits in one-handed, and that's because I didn't bother with solutions when I was a bit slower. So now my habits have stuck, and it's quite hard to correct them. So yeah, make sure not to have garbage solutions.
I mean, it's still not overly hard to get sub 20 with bad solutions, but like, just learn them earlier anyway.
It'll help. Like, it'll help progression so much.
We have a question from the nurse, also known as Mark. What's the way to stay motivated for cubing? If you're not motivated, you should either find a way to be motivated, really. I mean, if you're not motivated, why do you want to continue? Because it's like, try and find the purpose you want to continue for. Like, is it comps, the community, or whatever, and just do stuff in that field. Like, if you want to go to comps and do well, then do some practice and then find motivation to practice. If you also want to stay in the community, then just go on Discord and stuff and talk to people.
Or you could,
Depends what
find another event to
aspect, kind
do
of.
if you're bored of your current event. It's always nice to expand and find your main event.
I find if I'm not cubing, I don't really feel like talking to people in the community, even though, like, I like the people in the
Bruh.
community. It's just if they're talking about cubing stuff and I don't feel like cubing, I generally don't really feel like talking about cubing.
Yeah, but what if you're not talking about cubing? Reverse to Uno card.
I think,
What if we're talking about like skateboards and what cool kids do nowadays?
you're like 13, 14, Dwayne.
Bruh.
Make it sound like you're in your late 20s.
I am. I'm a boomer. Unlike Liam. He's like
Wow.
17.
Why do you blame me? Like, why do you keep blaming me before the segment even starts, Dwayne?
It's to get the people hyped up.
He's just so excited.
It's a preview. It's a sneak peek, you know? It's like a DLC trailer for the new character in a video game. You know, it's getting people hyped up for the real
Wow.
thing, but at that point, we used up all the bullying material.
So you can like save all of them and just have an awesome ass segment for bullying me.
No, we gotta like spice things up every now and then.
Okay,
You know, it's like those roller coaster that's not like with a giant drop at the end, you know? You have multiple drops
I
leading up
see.
to a big drop. But then that drop is just to a pool, and it's cool because you're showering in other people's... Wait, I don't know what's happening anymore.
no,
Me neither.
I should just not try and understand what's going on.
Me neither.
It's Jasper.
Just
How was it when I was late to the second podcast? You didn't let me in.
We're changed man. People can change, Isaac. No.
What point are we up to in the notes?
Bullying Liam.
alright. So we have another question from Kiwi Cubo. I use Yao. Should I switch to reduction?
Is this 5x5, 4x4, or
I'm not
the rest
sure. I
of the
mean,
big cube?
4x4 wouldn't it be.
4x4 definitely switch to reduction.
Just depends on which one you enjoy doing more. That's the real thing. Like, both are viable. Both are very viable, so it just, like,
Yeah.
if you enjoy it more, you want to practice it more, and that will help improvement. So, just use the one you enjoy more. Except for 4x4.
Who's the person that does Redux for 4x4 in this like
Kevin.
world class?
I don't remember. I was thinking of someone. I know Anyu Zhang does Redux on 4x4, but I don't...
Wait, who does?
Anyu Zhang, he's like 7x7 Chinese national record holder. I think second in Asia. But yeah, he does Redux for 4x4, but that's because he's not used to it. I don't know anyone else from the top of my head that does Redux.
And Yuzhang, is that who you said
Yeah.
it was?
Well, I'm sure there's lots of
Okay.
people who use Redux.
So Redux for
They're not
4x4 is
very
not a good idea. That's the important part.
Whoa, holy crap. 34 with Redux.
Wait, what?
Damn.
34.
Average with Redux.
And a question from Elias AU. MGC 5x5 or Alshong WRM 5x5?
Try them both at like future competitions, see what you feel comfortable with.
Yeah, I haven't tried the MGC, so
It's
I don't
good.
have any say in
MGC is
this.
really
But
good.
it's the Alshong, and it's nice, I guess.
The one
Oh.
Liam got scammed with.
I'm not sure which one mine is then.
The GTS is definitely worse than the MGC 5x5 in my opinion, but for the WRM I'm not sure because I haven't tried it, but I know
Liam, has it? I don't think it's been released yet.
which one, the WRM.
The Outchwang Worm.
I know some people have it. I just don't know whether it has been
Maybe-
released.
Maybe they meant the GDS. Because
No, I think he meant the worm.
oh.
Also, have we mentioned that this episode was previously recorded yet?
Yes, we have.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it's gotta wait. We gotta wait for like I don't know more reviews. I guess even though people already did it. I don't know. Just try it out, Elias, when it comes to stock and New Zealand stores.
Obviously, there aren't comps happening right now, but well, not many anyway. But yeah, if you can, just try out stuff at comps and see which ones you like the most. Like that's how I found out I love the Tingun V1. So I tried, I think Ethan's one at Palmerston North, and it was so nice. I love Tingun now.
Yeah, it's a good cube.
That's so.
It's a very good
It's not
cube.
too cute.
The 2x2 is awesome as well.
Yeah, I reckon that's the best 2x2. I don't know why a lot of people like the Volk more. I don't like the Volk. I mean, people have different opinions on because they feel way different. So I can see how people might like a different feel.
I think it's too slow to be able to spam GPS, but I think that's just how most people set it up to be.
So we have another. Oh, the last question we have here is from Caleb Poole. Which world record will stand for the longest?
5.42 OH single by Anto.
No, I won't get a 5
Why not?
How do you know?
because I'm bad at singles. I'm very bad at singles, so I won't get
You
a
got a
5.
nine single.
Okay, fine. 5.42. All right. 5.42 OH average.
That require like 7 TPS with good move counts. That's like kind of hard.
It's easy. Just like skipped all the scrambles in the WCA.
It's easy as bribe the delegate.
You're like, oh, I don't like this one. Oh, can we just switch it?
Yeah, I don't know which one.
Slide him a 20.
Like, I'm tempted to say FMC mean, but then it's like one of those things where everyone has constantly said where like FMC single is so hard to beat, it won't get beaten, but then it gets beaten in like 2 months or something.
True.
And same with average. So even though the mean is like 21.00, like it is very hard to beat, but I don't think it can't be beaten. Also, the single is actually like difficult to beat because optimal for some scrambles. Like I think the world record is 16, or I don't actually remember.
Yeah, isn't it 15?
Is it 15?
Yeah, I think it's 16.
But
15.
yeah, so getting a 14 optimal is like very hard. It's like a very rare occasion, and even if you get a optimal scramble of like 14 or something, you still need to be able to find a solution that has 14 moves, which is quite challenging. So yeah, FNC single is also quite difficult, and it might stand for
What's
long.
WB? Oh, sorry.
What's what?
What's WB?
I have no clue.
Well,
It's
that's-
probably like 12. I have no clue. I really don't.
Let's say I'm gonna say 2x2 single because it just lasted for so long, and having that sort of
Well,
like pickup time and like what is it, lucky scrambles and fast TPS just to get under half a second. I think it's pretty hard. Even though some people have gotten close to it, like Samir with a 0.51, I think he's second in the world.
I just feel like so many people have gotten close to it that it will be broken eventually.
It doesn't seem that hard. It really doesn't.
It's not hard. It's just very lucky
Yeah.
based.
Yeah. Like you do need a good scramble for it, I guess. I mean, if somebody averages like probably even like mid to low 3, they could still break it if they get the full mover.
I don't know.
Like anyone who has decent TPS and can one look it, they should be able to.
I feel like if you had good TPS, you would average better than like low 3. If you'll average like low 3 with like bad methods, then maybe, but like
Oh yeah. Basically
I guess because you don't necessarily have to have super high TPS to be good at that. You can just inspect a lot,
Yeah.
and like you really need good TPS for getting. You need to have like 10 TPS or like close to it. I think. I don't know. I'm not really sure what I'm saying, but it's like it's not easy to break it.
Yeah, so I'd say I wouldn't say 2x2 single, honestly. I'd say 3x2 single is harder. There's probably some other stuff that could be harder than that even.
Yeah, for sure.
Like all the rest of the M-buy-ins can definitely be broken.
Yeah, they will be.
Blind, like 3 blind.
Three blind
that
is
can be broken
3
definitely.
blind records right now are very bad.
Yeah, and big blind's like not great for Stanley either, I'm pretty sure, like average for him, so that should be broken too.
Those will probably be broken.
Stanley has a bunch of like sub ones for a blind single.
Yeah, so you can break that as well. Pyraminx, not really, no. The Pyraminx average is like not that great for even Timon and stuff, because apparently he said it's bad.
No, the Pyraminx average is not good.
Yeah.
Like there are so many people who could break it pretty easily.
Scube single is also more breakable. And same with Pyramid single. Yeah, I'd say 3x3 single currently. Because not many people even have that at home. I mean, there's a few people, but you still need insane luck for that.
I mean, Yusheng averaged like 9, didn't he? Like 8 at the time.
Yeah, he had a 9.00 average at that comp. 9 flat.
Well, he had like a 7 official average though.
I thought he had like an 8 average. Yeah, he's way better now, I'm pretty sure. Does he have a sub 7 average, or like close to that? No?
Yeah, he was like sub 8 then, and now he's sub 7.
Yeah.
It's like sub 10 average, sub 10 OH averages.
Oh wow, okay.
I think
He's
so.
actually good now. Yeah, so I'd say 3x3 single, come on.
Not locking in final answer. No deal.
You are listening to the KRCA podcast brought to you by speedcube.co.nz.
The next segment is the debate, and the first debate question is, what is the easiest way to learn algorithms? We won't be listening to whatever Liam says, because it takes 1 hour to learn one alg.
No! Too much help.
The strats.
There are many different ways. For some algs, you can pair track, which is like good for most cases, and then sometimes you can use like triggers as well to memorize stuff, like triggers in conjunction with pair tracking and stuff like that. Sometimes it's just combinations of algs. So yeah, those are like the main ways I usually use to learn them, like learn algs. And I'm pretty sure there are other ones, but I can't remember them, but I'm pretty sure I do stuff more than what I just said.
Well, like, I just find that like they're not usually that difficult to remember if you just try and find a way to remember it. And then once you find a way to remember it, then you just have that is good enough until you get it in muscle memory, and you just have to do it a bunch of times, and then you've got it. Like,
I also forgot to mention ALG trainers. Like Taoyu's ALG trainer is very, very useful for learning ALGs, especially for 3x3 ALGs.
I don't have any say in this, do I?
You don't.
It's funny how I made a video on how to learn ALGs ages ago.
Oh my.
And I still can't learn them easily.
It was just an hour-long video of Liam learning an owl.
Because usually I'm just bored learning them, but I made a video on how to like bear learning them without being super bored. So basically it's like watch YouTube and stuff while you do it, and just take however long you need to. And for me it's an hour.
Is it an hour minimum or like...
Minimum.
I mean, mine is an hour minimum.
Takes him like a day to learn soon.
Yeah. Everyone else should be like 1 minute minimum. Or maximum.
One ALG in like 30 seconds is quite doable for most ALGs.
oh, it is. Yeah.
Maybe all ALGs, but not sure about that. Like most speed solving ALGs can be done in like 30
Well, like,
seconds.
who's gonna be able to memorize squad and parody in 30 seconds?
Oh, that's one of the harder ALGs.
Yeah.
And for parody.
For that one, maybe like 2 minutes, but even then, that's quite a lot of time for a parody.
Really? I mean, when you're learning... I mean, you usually learn parody when you start learning square one, so you need to be used to how to turn it as well, and everything.
There is the O-perm, I think, which is very easy to remember. I think I learned that in around a minute or so.
I just had an idea, which is I can like imagine somebody learning full CSP because they thought it would be too hard to memorize parody.
That could work, but like no one would do that. And I don't even think like hypothetically someone would be crazy enough to do that. Just because CSP takes a long time, and you still have to mistrace. You still mistrace sometimes, and it's when you mistrace, it's kind of rip.
There was this guy on the r/q server who was like sub 30. He was learning ZBLLs rather than OLLs.
Oh yeah.
And he did the ones that were easiest to recognize rather than the ones that were easiest to execute. So just did really long ALGs every single OLL case he got. And just when he saw the easy what's it called? But when he could like recognize the easiest, he'd just do that rather than just doing a normal OLL every time.
Also, I forgot to mention, don't drill the ALG at the start. You can drill it later. Like, if you're gonna learn a whole set, just learn like a large portion of that set first, and then drill later. Because if you're gonna drill one at a time, it's going to take very long. So don't bother with that. They'll go into muscle memory eventually if you use them in solves.
Oh, next question. Elite versions of speed cubes worth it?
No. Set them up yourself.
No.
What are they talking about by elite?
Yeah.
Are they talking about like...
I think
cubes
Maybe
like
like pro shop,
like custom
right,
setup
and
cubes.
stuff.
I'm thinking the MGC, the normal MGC versus the MGC
I know,
Elite,
it's just...
and the normal Volk versus the Volk Elite.
But yeah, for custom cubes, definitely not. Like, it's once you get good at setting up a cube, it's gonna be very helpful for you because you'll save a lot of money, and you also have loops as well, so you can help set up other people's cubes if you want to, or even set up your new cubes and have it be good rather than having to pay someone else to do it.
This is where you...
Plus, like,
gonna...
you don't have to... You can keep resetting it up when, like, the loo runs out or whatever.
Yeah, they're just not worth it. Unless you're super lazy, but even then it's probably not worth it, and you should just, like, take the L and learn how to.
That's what Ben said when we recorded this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that?
Oh wait.
No.
Anto.
What?
Yeah.
Here's my sadness.
This is
Oh, Dwayne's back.
Liam, you're gonna regret,
Nice.
coming up with this idea.
He was just waiting.
I was taking notes. Alright, alright. Everyone, this is this is not the debate segment. This is not the comment segment. This is the bullying Liam segment. Oh wait, Anto, you're actually supposed to announce this. Can you announce this?
We're bullying Liam now.
Alright, Liam, how long did it take you to learn 1 hour?
1 hour.
Jesus Christ.
Honestly, like, I'm more impressed than disappointed, really. Like, seriously, learning 1 ALG in an hour is impressive. It's really impressive how you manage to do that without, like, giving up on, like, the 10th minute or something.
The dedication.
The dedication to keep going for 1 hour is, like, crazy.
I thought- Yeah, that is true actually. Like, how would you have the patience?
He does like 1 move a minute, or not even. No, it would have to be like 1
Significantly
move
less
every
than 1
couple of
move per
minutes.
What other stuff can we bully Liam with? Oh yeah, he does plot.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Clock.
I can agree with you on
He
that.
failed clock in our average.
You failed WR syndrome. It's a, I don't
This
care.
isn't the Isaac
I
bullying
didn't come up with
segment.
this.
Also, like I mentioned before, Liam doesn't know full OLL while I do, and I don't even use CFOP, so that's kind of embarrassing
Do
on
you know
his part.
full OH, Olo?
Yeah.
What?
Oh yeah, we
I
have
do.
like
Why?
a point system where we have that's how many times each Anto and Liam burn each other or like roast each other. But the current score is like 13 to 0.5 to Anto.
That's. I didn't know what it was, and I'm a, see. That shows how like mean Ento is, and I'm not. Because we both didn't know what it was. And the 0.5 was after I figured out what it was.
When you try to roast someone, you just like you just say Anto's scary. And that's basically a roast.
Yes. But, yeah, so that 0.5 was from Ento saying
to give you a
something was
pity
scary, and I
point.
said your face is scary. Yeah, I got a pity point.
Anti-bullying segment.
This is when we talk about the negative effects of bullying.
We got something
Yeah.
about this actually. Wait. Me and Jasper did an entire term, was it, on bullying? How long did we did it for, Liam? I'm Jasper.
You bullying people for a term?
Yeah, we did it for a term.
You monsters!
Alright, I'm gonna read it out really quickly. Let me just pull it up. Okay, so should I just read out my entire, like, Google slides, so like just one slide? If you're being bullied, just like what we demonstrated before, this is how you deal with, what's these acts of bullying? So, if you see an act of bullying happening, immediately report it. It is optimal to stop the issue as soon as possible before it gets worse. And there are some methods to cope with acts of bullying. Liam, take notes. Make sure it doesn't take you an hour to learn it.
Wow!
According to the majority of the responses from the survey that I've conducted, a common reply was to ignore the bully and his antics, alright? So, someone say something about Liam and his 1 hour out thing.
I am not listening to you.
Dwayne collected his survey results since we started talking about this. It's very
so-
impressive.
Liam's cat is ugly.
Hey, you can't go that far.
Yeah, you went too far there. Do not attack animals, otherwise PETA will come after us.
Yeah, why do you make fun of innocent animals?
So Liam, no.
He had murder in his eyes. I could see it.
He's not even a boy.
Wait, he's not.
Oh, Isaac.
What do you mean he's not?
I just misgendered and insulted your cat.
Alright, so say you've been receiving death threats from a random phone number. Immediately block the number. Does the bully keep spreading rumors about you?
Okay, bye. I'm blocking you all.
So, Ignore the rumors. The less you keep avoiding these acts, the better off you will be.
They're not rumors. It actually took it out.
So, I'm gonna read I have 4 points. I'm just gonna read all of them. Oh wait, I actually have a conclusion. So, in my opinion, the best advice that I can give you is to always look at the bright side. So, you may have been bullied by, let's say, some mean girls, but doesn't mean you can go have fun with your family.
I have been.
Wait, hold up.
They're in the school as well.
You may have been bullied about not knowing full OL, but at least you know full PL.
At least you know 1 L.
Exactly.
That took you an hour.
Always stay positive, or else you're gonna make some dumb decisions. Just like spending an hour learning 1 L. Alright, I think that concludes the milking of Liam's 1 hour learning now. So
That took an hour.
what's the next segment?
Okay, so we have another guest question for this episode, which is for Ento. We actually have 2 apparently. What are the main core things you need to do to become the okay at one-handed, and how do you improve on it?
Turning
Okay, next.
Okay, next one.
requires there are different things related to turning. So there's TPS, which is I guess something that you have to do naturally. I personally don't have a lot of TPS, so that's kind of sad on my part. Then there's stuff like finger tricks, where once you learn more finger tricks, you can kind of compensate for not having as much TPS, which is really helpful to have. So I'm not able to turn fast, so to compensate for that, I know quite a lot of finger tricks and I work on that. And also with one-handed, you can't really think of it as a slower version of two-handed, just because the solutions that you do are going to be slightly different due to ergonomics. So you kind of have to learn a new separate set of one-handed specific algs or solutions that you would do, and it shouldn't take that long, unless you're Liam. But
Dude, we
We finished the segment, Ento. You can't do it anymore.
it will be it's definitely going to be helpful anyways. But yeah, one-handed is not a slower version of two-handed, and you'll have to realize that and learn one-handed specific things in order to improve them that way. But on the other side, you do have a look ahead that you can work on, and the difference is that at least with CFOP, it's not really that much of a problem with Rue, but with CFOP one-handed, you have to learn a different style of look ahead, just because when you use L moves, you'll have the bottom face as the R face instead, and that's kind of hard to look at. So you have to get used to looking at the cube from different angles as opposed to just the same way as it is for two-handed. But with Rue, because you never do L moves basically, it's completely fine to just do look ahead the same way that you do in two-handed. But yeah, it's a different version of two-handed, and you cannot think of it as a slower version of two-handed and do everything the same way.
Okay, so
Oh, okay. Guess question. Wait. Why did they announce this by Dwayne when it's supposed to be you, Liam?
wow,
The guest question is supposed to be announced by you. Or have I misread stuff? I think I
you
did.
misread it.
Yeah,
Well, it doesn't matter anyways. There were no
Already did it.
records because LOL
Yeah,
competitions.
there are no records because we have the past 3
Do we have
months.
to keep doing this
Yes.
while there are no competitions?
For
Yes.
continuity. I can't say stuff. Continuity.
Continuity.
There you go.
Continuity, yes. That's
I
all.
can read and spell.
Okay, so I don't remember which episode it was, but we did this game segment where well, not really a game segment, more it's a fun segment. We found this debate website, basically a bunch of people hating on cubing during class, everyone saying it was distracting. So we had all those negative arguments to that, but now we found all the people who like cubing in class, and they're still pretty funny, so I'm just going to read out some of these from the debate website.
We should find one that just hates on Liam.
What? Is that...
There's no way these are real.
Okay, so I think we have 7 or so here. Who wants to read them?
Yeah,
Who wants to read
I'll
them
go
first?
How are these
Exactly,
real?
how are they real?
Alright, I'm gonna go first.
They're not.
Okay, read them in order.
I don't think they are.
I'll go one. I'll go number 1.
Okay.
It has. Alright, I don't know who said this, didn't include a name, but here we go. It has good math. You need to be able to remember, so that's an hour in Liam's terms.
Oh my god.
That is good.
True.
Education. Capital N.
Okay, Dwayne.
I just-
It's not even a capital N. Just read it out.
I just think it's good education. I don't know what to say. To know how to solve the 3x3x3, comma 2x2x2, whatever that is. Some other cubes like the Pyraminx and the Kilominx and the Gear Cube, and it actually says and the what's the synonym for ghost? Zombie Cube.
Not a zombie cube.
And the Medkit Cube barrel. And the 1x2x. Oh my.
1x2x3.
The root block.
The 4x4x4 odds. And more cubes that could be good. Education. I'm done.
Keep in mind they spelled every single cube wrong.
What do you mean? They spelled gear right.
No.
They spelled ghost
2x2x2 is right. 4x4x4 is right.
Sorry, Ghost Cube's the only one that's right, basically, and the other
Is
one's like
this how it takes you
3x3x3.
1 hour to learn an alg? You misread
Stop.
things.
Dude, they spelled Pyraminx Piriminse. Very nice. Okay, so I guess read out the second one. They're epic and cool. The only reason people don't like them at school is because they're either stupid as butt and can't solve them, or they're just lazy and can't be bothered to learn, just like me. Anything about them as a weapon is bogus. I flippin' pencil would be more dangerous than a cube. If you have a problem with a harmless toy that exercises your brain, then you're an idiot, plain and simple.
Well, Liam, we're gonna get copyright strike for that. Yeah. Someone's gonna find an excuse to copyright us just because you called them an idiot.
I sneak it into class and play with it. A lot of my friends have Rubrik's Cube. It is very fun to play with and is awesome. A lot of people from my class also know how to solve 3x3, 4x4, 5x5 Ghost Cube, Rainbow Cubes, Pyramid Cubes. That's an oxymoron. And I only know how to solve a 3x3.
So there's literally
Pyramid
no
cube.
debate in that one at all. They're just flexing about how they can solve a 3x3.
Pyramid Cube is like Scube. Well, Pyraminx Cube is Scube. But then like Pyramid Cube, that's like, what's a Pyramid
It's
Cube?
a cube, but like shaped as one of those things in Egypt.
Do you want to read the next one, Jasper?
Okay. Rubik's Cubes help improve your mind and make it stronger. They help kids learn and aren't as mean as teachers. It's like a relaxing learning experience. And toy, it helps kids' mind explode with knowledge and are very fun to use. And everyone who said no is wrong, they help improve your brain.
True.
Very nice.
Sure. They help students become smarter, and they also are fun to use, and it's not fair if teachers ban them because they also help students learn more than teachers because they just blab on, but it's increase the size of your brain. So yeah, I guess that's it. Thank you very much. There was no punctuation.
Okay, so the next one. They are a great toy to have when you have free time rather than going on your phone. They are a great toy to have when you're going on your phone. They are a great toy to have when you have free time rather than going on your phone. They are a great toy to have when you have free time rather than
You know when you do the thing where you just like you just click on the suggested words on your phone and it just starts going around in a loop? It sort of sounds like that. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So if someone wants to read the last one, not sure if we should.
I censored it a wee bit.
I guess.
Wait, no, we have to do the podcast for another 4 minutes. 3 minutes.
We don't have to. I mean, we're going to cut stuff out anyway.
Wait, no, we have to. Because then we can say this podcast took the same amount of time as Liam learning one alg.
Oh my god! No!
In fact, we did the whole podcast before Liam learned one alg.
That was the KRCA podcast, brought to you by speedcube.co.nz.